But that's just like the whole difficulty settings. They're like maybe a little bit unnecessary today, right? Because you don't know what's difficult for one or the other, right? So you always have to explain, yeah, okay, but you there's no example, right? Sometimes one player, even if they know a lot about
Every great
certain
moment
mechanics
in
and
our
whatnot,
history began with a dream.
don't know what to do. So it began with a dream. I have a dream.
Each
One
bold
day.
leap forward was achieved by those willing to do anything to attain it. We are, all of us, leaving behind families, homes, the very birthplace of our species.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Good for them.
for discovery, to see the unknown. Others for a new start.
How do they go so close
But
to
today,
another moon?
whatever our reasons, we take the first steps toward a new future for humanity. Today, we begin to make our dream reality.
Of course, there have to be some images from the past in there. Sweet. In the year 2185, humanity lives in a golden era of interstellar travel. Our discovery of ancient alien ruins on Mars propelled our understanding of science and technology ahead by thousands of years. While many now enjoy the newfound freedom and challenges of exploration in the Milky Way, others took to even more distant stars. For the 100,000 adventurers embarking on... Fuck! Come on! I'm like, okay, when will he start to read the text? I'm like, it's not a Star Wars film. Ooh, nice. Like, like it. But it's more, I don't know, the whole jump was a bit, I don't know, like it immediately stopped. There's no, you're used to a certain light speed jump, right? What's it called? Warp drive, right? You're used to a certain warp effect, but this one was a little bit quicker, more snappy. Usually it's more like vroom, right? And this one was whoop, and it was there immediately. Very interesting. So, destination habitat 7 in the Helios cluster, or Helios. That's interesting. Like, there are those arms going to the side. They could be brakes, I think. Hyperion cryogenics. Sweet. Gasps for breath. Of course he is. No shit.
Deep breaths. You're gonna want to take it easy.
I've been taking it easy for 600 years.
Ryder, recon specialist, Pathfinder mission team.
Pathfinder team, eh? The ones finding us a home.
Can you make it somewhere tropical? Nice, warm ocean, summer year-round?
How about we get him a cup of coffee first?
Coffee sounds good. This is not coffee. This is scenery. Come on. Don't give me scenery. Give me coffee. Welcome. Vid? What's vid? Anyway.
Ryder,
Maybe I have
let's
to
get
change
you
the
checked out.
FSA setting.
Look here.
After discovering an unusually high ratio of potential candidates for Golden Worlds, the Helios cluster was selected as our destination. Now you are a part of the first wave of ARCs arriving in Andromeda, our new home for humanity.
Makes it sound so easy, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Nice. It's what we are trained for. Come on. Tone choices help define Ryder's personality. Uh-huh. Great. Now, Yeah, tone choices. There are no tone choice. Okay, like there's emotional, there's logical, there's casual, and there's professional. Casual and professional. That's like okay. Very very interesting. Okay, let's remember those signs. But easy is no fun. It's what we are trained for. Let's go with easy.
I hope not. I signed up for a little adventure before we settle down.
Well,
What's
buckle
wrong with
up.
the hair?
Sounds like you'll get your wish.
Yeah?
Over here now, the Pathfinder wants you all on your feet right away.
She's
Said
British.
mission ready within the hour.
Any idea why?
No, but I'm guessing that's where your adventure comes in. Okay, everything checks out. Just one more thing before I send you on your way. Let's test your SAM implant. Sam, are you monitoring? Sam, are you online?
Yes, Dr. Taparo. Good morning, Ryder. Are you feeling well?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This whole SAM and artificial intelligence kind of imagery is really, really similar to the what's the AI of Stark? Tony Stark. Come on. I can't get the name right. Anyway, this like same thing, but I don't like the whole pixelization thing imagery. Like that's a bit. Something is off. Why does the hair not look right? Anyway, Sam, yes, Doctor, blah, 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 you're feeling well. So, my implant, what? Yes, I'm excited, still evolving. I'm not excited. My implant? Okay, yeah, I got an implant?
I just need a second to get my bearings. What's this about my implant?
A routine check. After being in stasis, we want to make sure the connection's still live.
As the team's mission computer, your well-being is my primary concern.
Oh boy.
Assuming the implants work as advertised, Sam sees what you see, in theory. We won't know for sure until we get you in the field. How are you feeling otherwise?
Yeah, I'm excited, still evolving. Yeah, I'm excited. Like, I'm excited. Is there no, like, meh? There should be a meh option. Oh, come on. Am I excited? Might be. Depends. But like the thing about excited, right, means that, whoa, I'm really hyped. I'm like, not that hyped, but maybe a little bit. Let's go with that.
I feel like a 600-year-old popsicle. I hope we packed more coffee.
Readings confirmed. Based on the levels of adenosine in your system, the neural implant is functioning properly.
Wait, adeno what?
It just means you're still shaking off your nap. No reason why we can't get you on your way. Though you may want to hang around while we revive your sister, it always helps to see a familiar face.
I don't like the sound of that.
And this, what is this? Why is that 3 in space? And someone deactivated the gravity. Thank you.
What's happening?
Just hang on.
Engineering, report.
Wait. Hey. Yep, technical to detect gravity in cryo by offline. Like, how am I supposed to get forward? Like, no one knows how space works.
This is Cora. I'm at the cryo bay. Brace for a reset. Everyone okay?
I think so.
What happened?
We're not sure. Sensors are scrambled. But it's good to see you're up. Feels like centuries since we spoke.
This is the Pathfinder. Mission teams continue preparations. Cora, Riders, report to the bridge.
You heard him. Let's get...
We have a problem over here. It's Sarah Ryder.
Oh, the evil twin just died. Nice.
What's wrong?
Now I can move. Wait.
I don't know.
Oh god, that's slow. Okay, what are the options? I got save game, I got inventory, I got game. I got map, game, settings, controls. Okay, mouse sensitivity maximum. Okay. Like, maximum is all right, right? Maximum is all right. I'm okay with maximum. The only problem is I'm always doing this like micro movements with the mouse. They're like they look like stuttering, but they are not. It's just the way that the mouse kind of gets the input. Okay, move. There's this little whoop, 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 whoop. But this is just me going with the mouse. All right, data pad. What's here? I have to hold it. Are you for real? After a 600-year voyage, the good news is we are exactly where we're supposed to be. We have arrived in the Helios cluster, Andromeda Galaxy, year 2819. All stasis medical personnel should report for duty immediately. Give the Pathfinder mission team revival priority and prep its members for field reconnaissance. Reports of an unusual celestial phenomenon in the cluster are being investigated. Updates are following. Sweet. Woo. What is wrong with that? Like, okay, like, I'm looking forward right now, like exactly forward, right? And in order to exactly look forward, I have to look right through the face of the character, right? If I look like that, I'm like, what? It's a really strange way of like walk. Like where are my legs? I'm not PewDiePie. Come on, I want my legs. I need to watch my like. Okay, mouse wheel does nothing. Can I kind of change the position of that? Okay, now comes the time where I actually change the controls because I did not want to do that without spoiling myself. Here. My smoothing, we don't need that. Sensitivity X and Y, we also don't need that. Oh, there's also a vehicle my sensitivity. Okay, let's remember that just in case. Sprint, I think I should toggle that just in case. Aiming controls, I can hold that. Sustained power controls, whatever that is. Anyway, vibration, I don't have a mouse that vibrates. So, can you kind of change the chemical? Do you want to apply? Yes. No, forward WASD, sure, space, sure, evade, middle mouse button, the shittiest button you can ever press, to be honest. Mantle, I have no idea what that is. It's probably a mantle. Okay, so the left control, also a button you don't really press, like it's... The left control is a button I don't do that much. Oh, okay. Reload. Oh, of course. Interact. E, F, melee. No. I'm going for like a thump button. Last weapon. Weapon wheel is tab. I get like power 1, 2, and 3. Sweet. Weapon 1, 2, 3, and 4 with the left control. Okay. Or I could just go into the wheel there. Interesting. Cobra RPG in multiplayer. Hey, does that mean it's just in the multiplayer, or does it mean I also have access to it here? Anyway, holster weapon is not H for holstering. Yeah, game menu is H for some reason. But yeah, V for weapon. Mission tracker Z. Let's hope it's actually Z journal. For J, I for the inventory, Codex O, O for Codex, okay. Profile P, skills U, should have been X or something like that. But yeah, U. Display current, like I probably just press I or something and then go through the menus. I'm not going to remember like all of those buttons. F1 to whatnot, consumables. Consumable F5. Are you? No. Alright. And then we got like look up, down, left, right, be A. And there we go. Dialogue options are all numbered. That's neat. And lower left option. Sweet. There's on foot. There's nomad. There's galaxy. Good. Left control is walk. Okay, that's a good walk button. That's actually pretty good. Skip conversation line. No, so don't never press space. That's good. Narrative action. Right click. Look at point of interest. Left alt. Oh, that's good. Camera swap recenter. Also left alt. Scanner execute. Okay. G is the scanner. Or G for deck. Or okay, G. Left squad mates order. Okay, so Y, C, and X. Y, C. Yeah. Okay, good. Y, C, and X. Yeah. Oh, okay, good. Very nice. And they're like really close to WAs and D. Oh, thank God. Okay. What else? Codex. I'm going downwards. I know, but display current objective with Q. Very good. Holster weapon. Yeah, we got that one. And the weapons 1, 2, 3, and 4. Weapon wheel is tab. Yeah, I think I go with this, but I could go with the scroll wheel instead. Yeah, I think I should go with the scroll wheel. So let's turn this into scrolling upwards. The action previous weapon has been unbound. Okay. That's not good. How many weapons do I have? I have 4 weapons. So I could either click, I could go up, or I could go down. And then I also have melee. And melee is F, usually. I'm going for melee on the mouse. Or maybe I should go... Should I go with 1, 2, and... Okay, how am I gonna do that? Like, I could go with shift. Yeah, shift would be really sweet. Yeah, I'm going for shift with the powers. That would be... Oh, no, I shouldn't go with shift on the powers. I think that would interfere a little bit too much. But I could go with, like, shift and... I don't know if that works. No, it doesn't work. I can't go with shift and mouse wheel up. Yeah. As like next weapon and last weapon. So let's keep them here. Let's see. The moment I use it, I probably and toggle aim. Like what I want to do is I had a similar way of playing in World of Warcraft. I just used Alt and or Shift, and then I just used W. Right. So you're walking forward. And then you just press shift really, really fast. And then instantly, bam, spell, right? You don't even need to do anything specific. You can just run and fight at the same time. You just have to get the order kind of right. Like A is in D and E and R and whatnot. And like Y, X, and C were also like that. So you had like a lot of buttons and you were able to use them without... any problems, really. Anyway, we also got space, mental, left control. Left control for the mental. What about left alt? I think I'm going for left alt. Yeah, left alt's also there. Let's go for left alt. Nomad, what's this one? Accelerate, yes. Boost, left shift, short jump, handbrake, of course F, because it's the melee weapon. Agility mode, Y, sure. Headlights, B for headlights, makes sense. Exit nomad, E, sure, return to Tempest, T, mining drone, R, mining computer, G. R and G are not that close. I could go with T or something, but okay. Wait. Look, left, right, A, then we got that one. Navigation, tab stuff. Yeah, that's simple. UI, what do we got? Navigate, W, A, S, and D. Tab right, Q and E. We got space to confirm everything, to rotate. We got the home button. Like, why are there home buttons? These are the buttons that I just know. Come on, anyway. Menu, scroll right, scroll left. What? Who uses these buttons? They're pretty much non-existent. So Spain change and back. Anyway, key bindings and what's the configuration? Yeah, this is just the controller stuff. Don't need to do that. Right. So what about the journal? The Andromeda Initiative. We're not playing, no, we're just reading. The initiative was built by the efforts of thousands who devoted years of time and countless resources to reach the Andromeda galaxy. These are the people, places, and organizations that make the Pathfinder's mission possible. And the ARC species. Multiple advanced Civilizations have made the journey from the Milky Way galaxy to Andromeda. Asari, okay. Data on the biology, culture, and history of the Asari species. Holy shit! Come on, how much more is there? God, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. But yeah, it's like, the thing is, this game is more about the Codex than anything else. The rest is just like, it's like, the rest of the game is pretty much flavor, but most of it is Codex. Archaeological evidence shows that abundant Thesan resources and their natural tendency to cooperate helped ancient Asari develop city building, writing, and agriculture unusually early. The tone of research papers suggests that this is a point of pride for Asari scholars. After studying a number of Protean, depending on... Anyway. Protean ruins and developing their space program, Asari astronauts find their way to the Citadel, the most advanced station in the Milky Way, deserted since the Protean extinction later. When Solarian explorers reached the station, the Asari proposed a joint government, eventually known as the Citadel Council. The Asari have played a fundamental role in galactic politics ever since Asari commandos served with distinction in the Rachni Wars, despite heavy losses and Krogan occupation of the Asari colony Lugia was the tipping point of the Krogan rebellions. In recent years, the Asari have devoted themselves to diplomatic service, including helping to negotiate the 2157 human-Turian ceasefire. Nice. What about the Asari here? Renowned for their long lifespan, biotic ability, and diplomatic nature, the Asari were one of the most influential species in the Milky Way. Asari explorers were the first to discover the immense Citadel station, and it was the Asari who first proposed this creation of this Citadel Council. Asari are monogendered. Their unique physiology allows them to reproduce with any species via a form of parthenogenesis, passing on genetic traits to their daughters. Almost all Asari are biotic, and the control over their nervous system allows them to hone their powers to heights few other species can match. An Asari can live for 1,000 years, passing through life stages referred to as maiden, matron, and matriarch. Asari matriarchs are ancient and respected, often holding immense cultural and economic power, though no such framework exists in the Helios cluster. I always say Helios cluster. Asari culture and society. The Asari come from Thesia, whose vast element zero deposits, like element zero. This was the wasn't this the thing that was good for the Mass Effect and stuff? Or what was element zero again? I think that was the thing. Anyway, element zero deposits from the basis of the most powerful economy in the Milky Way. Living in small city-states, the natural Asari tendency to cooperate led to the loose conglomerate known as the Asari Republic. Government operates as an e-democracy. Policy discussions take place over the extranet and are open to all decisions. Decisions are made by consensus or with the advice of political-minded matriarchs. The Asari military is relatively small and informal, but no less lethal. Small units of volunteer Asari commandos, also known as huntresses, handle peacekeeping operations in Asari space and were among the first council specters. The 1,000-year lifespan gives most Asari a long view of events. Investments, social programs, and environmental policies trend towards long-term rather than short-term rewards. This approach drew many Asari to the Andromeda initiative, undaunted by the centuries-long journey. Though they appear feminine to many species, Asari are a monogendered species. During reproduction, they provide two sets of genes to their daughters in a form of this is the thing. If they are monogendered, then how come they are daughters? Okay. They provide two sets of genes to their daughters in the form of parthenogenesis. There's an E in there. With the second set modified by contact with a partner. During Asari melding, and Asari attunes her nervous system to a partner, giving and receiving electrical impulses through the skin until the two briefly become one unified nervous system. This fine control of their nervous systems contributes to the Asari talent for biotics. Few species can train the level of control that most Asari have by nature. Since joining the Citadel, Asari prefer to mate outside their own species, claiming that this fosters development and understanding. It also reduces incidences of Ardad Yakshi, which is pure-blooded Asari who suffer a dangerous genetic disorder. If Asari are compatible with life in Andromeda, that will prove several theories about the fundamental building blocks of life. Well, not much anyway. It just could be chance, really. Anyway, yeah, the thing, the Ardad Yakshi are like those Asari that just kill their partners when they do this melding. Like there was one, what's her name? Morgan, I think. Yeah. Anyway, so let's go with humans. Data on the biology of humans and Human Systems Alliance. The Systems Alliance is a supranatural government that spearheads human space exploration and settlement in the Milky Way. There's no background music anymore. Exploration and settlement. The Alliance is responsible for the governance and defense of extrasolar colonies and stations on officially of extrasolar colonies and stations, and officially represents humanity on the Citadel Council. The Alliance was founded out of necessity, as no single nation could fund and manage the rapid expansion of humanity from Sol. The discovery of Prothean ruins on Mars had proven that alien contact was inevitable, earning international support for the Alliance that solidified after Alliance forces liberated Shaanxi in the First Contact War. Archived extranet articles and Jian Garson's staff bulletins reveal tension between the Alliance and the Andromeda Initiative, construction of the Dreadnought-sized ships, and persistent rumors of AI development, which could have damaged humanity's standing on the Citadel, led to the Alliance demanding to oversee the initiative's labs and shipyards. Negotiations continued until the day of the initiative's departure. Alright, anything more? No, let's go back here. Let's go back from there. We are almost done. Like the species are, I think, like the... Let's look at this initiative. There we go. Known Associate. Sam. Officially designed... like this could take ages now. Officially designed as a simulated adaptive matrix. Sam, I'm an artificial intelligence. Wait. Simulated adaptive matrix. That's Sam. I am an artificial intelligence that acts as... so this is the whole Sam menu. Very interesting. That acts as a coordinating element between Pathfinder, Alec Ryder, and the rest of his team. Now we are getting personal. Very interesting. My quantum processing power is used to conduct on-the-spot scans of alien worlds, assist in scientific study or tactical situations, and monitor the team's weapons and equipment. I'm physically located on Arc Hyperion in secure server banks, collectively known as SAM nodes. While my primary connection is to Alec Ryder via a neural implant, I effectively serve as a mission computer for all team members during Pathfinder operations. I also collate and analyze... Collate? More like collect, right? Anyway, data from numerous sources and compile it for later study. I'm tasked with authoring and updating the Pathfinder team codex based on available information and discoveries as they are made. So, the initiative, history, organization, and personal of note in the Andromeda Initiative. So, the Andromeda Initiative. Now, brainchild of the visionary billionaire Elon Musk. Jian Garson. The Andromeda Initiative was conceived as Garson's personal dream and a desire to prove humanity's capabilities beyond the military power demonstrated in the First Contact War. Garson officially began planning the initiative in 2172 announcing her, ambitious goal of launching a pioneering colonization effort to Andromeda within 20 years. Internal reports show the struggles that the early initiative faced. However, Jin Garson's personal stake and enthusiasm sustained the initiative until the early 2180s. Then, when, after a sudden influx of investment and new marketing strategy, interest in the initiative grew afresh. Construction of the ARCs was completed rapidly thereafter, and the Andromeda initiative officially launched in 2185. The initiative's mission statement is to bridge Andromeda and the Milky Way, create a sustainable, inclusive civilization, and push scientific development forward by centuries in official literature. Gian Garson characterizes the initiative as continuing the search for humanity's next horizon. The glossary of terms, probably this. A brief refresh of terms used in Andromeda initiative. Okay, there's ammunition blocks. Okay, solid block of metal loaded into a gun. What did I say? Sand-sized particles are sheared off by the gun's targeting mechanism and then fired as projectiles, allowing a single block to give ammunition for multiple combat encounters. Citadel. A massive ancient space station. That was the one. In the Milky Way that acted as the political and cultural center of the galaxy. The whatever that is, the convoy, a communications, buoy that relays data through corridors of mass-free space. Extranet, a publicly accessible information network across the Milky Way, but okay, it's the extranet they are talking about, not the general extranet. Across the Milky Way, akin to a planetary internet on a galactical scale. Such a network is slowly being developed in Andromeda while communications are established. Hard suit, it's probably the suit. An exploration combat suit, usually armored with titanium or ceramic plating and equipped with kinetic barriers to protect against hostile fire and environmental hazards. Heat sinks, also known as a thermal clip. A detachable coolant-filled sink used to prevent weapons from overheating. They must be ejected and replaced regularly during firefights. But if they have to be ejected, what happens with the magazines? Do you have to reproduce them again or what? Anyway, flash forging. Immediate manufacture of a usually short-lived object from raw materials using a Omni tool or other fabrication device. Omni blades are typically flash forged. They are like those crystalline light kind of things. FTL, faster than light travel. Sweet. Kinetic barriers, also known as a shield, used to repel fast-moving projectiles, hence kinetic, but does not defend against melee attacks. High-gravity kinetic barriers protect starships from debris. Mass accelerators, a railgun that lowers the mass of a projectile and then hurls it at relativistic speed. Sufficient acceleration allows even tiny projectiles to impact with tremendous force. Mass relay, a network of mass transit facilities across the Milky Way used to immediately transport starships hundreds of light years. No such network exists in the Andromeda galaxy. Media or Medi-gel, there we go, a sterile medical salve that bonds to flesh, immediately sealing injuries against bleeding or infection. It can be removed with a small ultrasonic pulse. Mini effect. Oh, I think that is important. If I come across creatures that use ultrasonic stuff, and I have this Medi-gel on, and then they're just and they're bleeding again. That might be a thing that happens. Anyway, mini factory, small scale manufacturing of 3D objects, often on the battlefield or for emergency repairs. Omnigel, didn't we? Oh, there's Medigel and there's Omnigel, a compound of alloy, ceramic, and other materials suspended in a semi-molten state, used with an Omni tool to build small 3D objects almost instantly. OSD, the on-screen device. Optical storage disk can contain data or the blueprints and programming used in manufacturing. QEC, quantum entanglement communication. Instantaneous communication using two particles that are linked at a quantum level. Andromeda Initiative, Gian Garson. Founder of the Andromeda Initiative, Garson was one of humanity's wealthiest and most eccentric entrepreneurs in the Milky Way. Her business interests were wide-ranging as she made her fortune from investments in a myriad of technology-related fields. Always a maverick, it was her vision of traveling to a new galaxy that set the Andromeda Initiative in motion. Ignoring skeptics and naysayers, Garson spent vast sums of money building or acquiring the necessary technology and ships to make the long voyage possible. It was a private venture entirely funded by Garson, so as to remain free from any government oversight. In 2185, Garson began the long journey to Andromeda aboard the support hub Nexus. In a speech given on the Eye of the Department, she remarked on the collective knowledge and history represented by the arcs. We carry all those things like the honed tools of an artist to our great empty canvas, the Andromeda. We go to paint our masterpiece. Garson is slated to serve as the overall leader of the initiative upon arrival. Okay, wait a minute. I'm almost through all of that. And then I'm like, I think I read one or two texts like at the end of the stream every now and then. But I just want to get this done. Like I have Nexus level 1. I don't know what the Nexus is. I know what credits are there. And credits is an E. Why is it an E and not a C with a 2 dashes on there? It's an E. Huh. That's strange. Anyway, intergalactic travel was the topic of extranet discussion in the Milky Way for centuries. Several Asari or Solarian led expeditions were proposed over the years, but petered out due to lack of interest, insufficient funds, or engineering hurdles. The Andromeda Initiative's use of AI, like myself, like this is so strange. Like you read a text and like it's actually the text that the Sam said. Simon said. The Andromeda Initiative's use of AI, like myself, allowed many of the technological problems to be solved, but invited disapproval from the Turian hierarchy and the Systems Alliance. Building a fleet of dreadnought-sized arcs with private funding required delicate negotiations with the Citadel Council, and the advanced technology essential to survival in Andromeda was often acquired by unorthodox means. Official initiative records show that Nexus departed first in 2185, escorted by a small squadron of fighters for protection, followed by 4 arcs that comprised the initial launch wave. Additional vessels were in development, including a Quarian-led ship accommodating multiple species, but construction was slow due to their diverse requirements, and the second launch wave was delayed. Initiative observers remain optimistic. All right, we got our one. Pathfinders, details on them. So, Pathfinders are the tip of the spear for exploring new worlds. While planetary surveying is typically a long-term, multiple-team process, the Initiative find an alternative thanks to Alec Ryder's AI research. But what? What? Wait a second. Alec Ryder's the father of Scott, which is me. All right. And I'm not Scott. All right. Alternative. Thanks to Alec Ryder's AI research, an individual equipped with the best training and technology available, and an AI partner that can run complex studies in seconds and 100 test simulations a minute. With AI support, Pathfinders can determine within hours whether a planet is suitable for habitation and direct the Nexus as to what colonist block stands the best chance there. It's a colonist block. What kind of colonist block do they mean? Anyway, Pathfinders are trained to improve the viability of potential planets, initiate first contact with unknown species, find suitable outpost sites, and handle any external threats before the first colonist touches soil. The presence of a Pathfinder is a reassurance that that a planet can be settled safely and with a high expectation of success. All right, almost got it. So, planets and locations. There's only one. Located 2.5 million light years from the Milky Way, the Andromeda Galaxy is the largest galaxy in the local group, also categorized as M31. The Andromeda is a spiral galaxy roughly 220,000 light years in diameter, containing approximately 1 trillion stars, compared to the Milky Way's 300 billion. The Helios cluster is a large star cluster located on the galaxy's outer fringe. Andromeda has roughly 14 satellite galaxies which orbit the galactic disk. Evidence shows a disturbance where one of those companion galaxies, M32, passed through Andromeda's spiral arms several million years ago. Andromeda itself is also accelerating towards the Milky Way at roughly 100 kilometers per second. In roughly 4 billion years, it doesn't take that much longer, the Andromeda and Milky Way galaxies will collide and merge, forming a new galactic disk. Technology is kind of interesting. We think end this with technology. So, Ark Hyperion. Ark Hyperion serves as the main vessel for carrying human settlers bound for Andromeda. Named after a Greek mythological creature associated with knowledge of celestial bodies, the Hyperion represents a breakthrough in intergalactic travel. Substantial money and resources were devoted to its construction, all privately funded by Jen Garson and the Andromeda Initiative. Built to withstand the rigors of nearly 2.5 million light-year voyage, the Hyperion is outfitted with ODSY drive core. What's an ODSY drive core? ODSY. I don't know. On demand, whatever. An ODSY drive core, which allows the ship to make a 600-year voyage safely at faster than light speed. It features enough stasis pods to accommodate approximately 20,000 settlers and crew. Ark Hyperion left the Milky Way in 2185 as part of the initial wave of departure under the command of Captain Nozomi Dunn. Now, technology, that's the interesting bit. Exploration tools, the Omni tool. Omni tools are handheld devices that combine a computer, microframe, sensor analysis pack, and manufacturing fabricator. Versatile and reliable, an Omni tool can be used to analyze and adjust the functionality of most standard equipment, including weapons and armor from a distance. The holographic haptic interface also functions... Oh, wait. Holographic? Yeah. Also functions as a communication device with sufficient Omni gel or other raw materials, usually converted from salvaged light alloys, plastics, or ceramics. An Omni Tool's fabrication module can flash forge small three-dimensional objects or emergency suit patches. This allows quick repairs or modification in the field. The Andromeda Initiative's Omni Tools are designed for reliability and efficient recycling of materials. Pathfinder Omni Tools take design inspiration from the models used by Solarian Intelligence Services, prioritizing the computer microframe to allow lag-free scanning and AI support. Settling Helios. So, what do we got here? Charting Andromeda. Charting the Andromeda Galaxy for habitable planets presents a unique challenge. Observation is limited by light, and given Andromeda's distance, any observation from the Milky Way are 2.5 million years out of date, enough time for a planet to have altered irrevocably. Initial attempts to identify settlement sites were made by obtaining Asari astronomical surveys and running them through predicted models, but Jen Garson was unwilling to risk thousands of colonists without solid information. Eventually, the initiative obtained promising data from Quarian explorers who claimed to have found a Geth array on the fringes of the Perseus Veil. This array was supposedly built from 3 mass relays using sensors in the combined relay corridor as a form of faster-than-light communication, or like FTL telescope, to observe dark space beyond the galactic rim. Why the Geth expended so much effort to study dark space is not known. Actually, it is known, because in dark space there are the Reapers, and you should basically know when they're coming. Or there's other stuff down there. Who knows? Maybe it's the reason why the ship collided with something. Amongst those observations were near contemporary surveys of Andromeda, when our prediction models confirmed them within an acceptable margin. The initiative was able to begin identifying golden worlds. Cryogenic stasis. For many species, early long-range exploration relied on cryogenic stasis without modern faster-than-light capability or long-distance transit methods like mass relays. The distance involved in space travel meant that most crews would die of old age before reaching their destination. Cryogenic stasis gradually lowers the body's temperature enough to slow its vital functions, but not low enough for damaging ice crystals to form, before the pod generates a mass effect stasis field that suspends both the individual and the interior environment in the pod. Contrary to depictions in popular media, the individual is not conscious of time passing. From most travelers' perspective, they lie down in the pod only to be awoken moments later, which is the exact way how it's predicted. Stasis failure, while regrettably common for early expeditions, has been vastly improved over the years. Even in the event of catastrophic system failure, multiple monitors, VIs, and fail-safes are in place to initiate an emergency wake-up. Wake up. Okay. So, technology, the Element Zero, or ESO. Why not just call it Zero or ESO? Yeah, damn it, it's ESO, yeah, Element Zero. ESO or Easy. Okay. Also known as Element Zero. The rare material known as Element Zero generates a field when subjected to an electrical current, which raises or lowers the mass of all objects within it. This mass effect forms the basis of modern technology, from weapons and manufacturing to enabling faster-than-light travel. Element Zero is generated when solid matter, such as a planet, is affected by the energy of a star going supernova. The material is common in the asteroid debris that orbit neutron stars and pulsars through mining such regions, though mining such regions is extremely hazardous and requires significant investment. Various isotopes of Element Zero have been identified, though the rarest have only been observed in laboratory conditions. Surveys of the Helios cluster suggested that the region is rich in Element Zero, which was a deciding factor in the Andromeda Initiative's decision to settle there. Without ESO, the initiative's technology would quickly become obsolete. Yeah, that's neat. But like, most of it is fairly understandable, but the way Element Zero works is just like a magical solution to the problem. To the problems of this game. Like, there's usually always something, right, that stitches logical holes together, right? Or that just stitches logical holes. And in this case, it's the Element Zero thing. This thing makes the Mass Effect possible, right? So everything is based on this Element Zero stuff. And then you just say, like, yeah, it's a magical thing, right? That works. But other materials, right, that are described in this codex, you could make them, right? Maybe not now, maybe not in 10 years or so, but it at least sounds kind of logical, right? And in this case, it's just a magical, right? Magical in the sense that it just makes it work, right? It's basically, if you think about it, also a phone. It's it's like a solution to almost all problems. Like if you have a problem, you use the phone, you Google everything, right? It's kind of like that, a logical solution. If you don't know what to do, use the phone. Like in this case, it just connects everything because like whoop, 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 to almost all questions you can answer. It's either the element 0 or it's the phone in this case, right? And yeah, this is the kind of magical connection. Or like magical in the way that you don't quite understand it completely. Maybe that's what it's more. Anyway, the FTL drive. A starship travels faster than light using an element 0 drive core. In special relativity, an object approaching light speed effectively gains in mass until it would take infinite energy to propel it, but a negative electrical current running through an ESO drive. Now it's a negative electrical current. Wait, what? It's not just an electrical current, it's a negative, electrical current. Running through an ESO drive core lowers the starship's mass, allowing it to travel at FTL speeds. So it's not really warping space, it just kind of solves the whole mass problem. That's very interesting. Anyway, motive force is provided by the ship's thrusters, chemical rockets, commercial fusion torch, or military anti-proton drive. In addition to the FTL drive core, without thrusters, the ship has no ability to move. Very interesting. So it uses normal rockets. Come on. Like a lot of advancements in society and you still use chemical rockets. Are you mental? Anyway, standard drive cores build up a static charge during operation and must be discharged periodically. Otherwise, the core discharges into the ship itself with catastrophic results. The initiative's drive cores intended for long-term voyage are designed to recycle or reduce static buildup. Very nice. So, element 0 can increase or decrease the mass of... Now we're talking about the mass effect field. What was I? Mass of a volume of spacetime when subjected to an electrical current. With a positive current, mass is increased. With a negative current, mass is decreased. The stronger the current, the greater the magnitude of the dark energy mass effect. In space, low mass fields allow faster than light travel and inexpensive surface-to-orbit transit. High mass fields create artificial gravity and push space debris away from vessels. In manufacturing, low mass fields permit the creation of evenly blended alloys, while high mass compaction creates dense, sturdy construction materials. The Andromeda Initiative's technology relies heavily on mass effect fields, from reduced mass supply drops for outposts to the impressive long-range drive cores on the arcs. Very nice. And we read through everything. Now we only got the journal. The prologue. Hyperion. Report to the Hyperion Bridge. Optional. Check on your sister. Sweet. It's optional. Nah, she's dead anyway. Sweet. Allies and relationships. What do we have? These are missions of personal importance to the Pathfinder. Oh, okay. So it's just a group. Oh, there we